Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, as always, many things to say, many things to mention. We will talk about some players, Premier League clubs, La Liga clubs, and more. Some deals already very advanced. Let's jump into it. Here we are, guys. Always time to update you, always time to give you all the latest on the market, because we are getting closer to the summer transfer window. And today I wanted to start with Tottenham Hotspur, because there are already two deals on the way for Tottenham Hotspur for season 26-27. But these two deals depend on what's going to happen from now to the end of the season if Tottenham stay up or get relegated to the Championship. Yes, because nothing has been signed with these two players, nothing is already completed, nothing is sealed, nothing is official, so it's a negotiation that Tottenham have in a very advanced stage for both players and with both players' camp. So Tottenham are very optimistic, but obviously these two players want to understand if Tottenham will be in Premier League or in Championship next season, because obviously they don't want to play Championship football. One player you already knew, I told you, is Andy Robertson, the Scottish left back who is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season on a free transfer and is set to join Tottenham if they stay up in Premier League, because according to my information there is already in this case an agreement on everything between Robertson and Tottenham depending on Premier League stay, and so that's going to be a crucial step. And then the other deal is regarding Marcos Senesi, the Bournemouth centre-back. It's an important couple of weeks for Bournemouth, because Andoni Raiola is leaving, I told you a few days ago in a video here, but also they already found their new manager, and it's going to be the German coach Marco Rose, former Red Bull Leipzig coach. Everything has been agreed with Marco Rose, waiting to sign the contracts, and so Bournemouth are changing many things. And among these things that will change in the summer transfer window, there is also the situation of Marcos Senesi, a really important defender for Bournemouth so far, did very well, and received some approaches also from Italy, for example from Juventus. So several clubs interested in signing Marcos Senesi on a free, a very good centre-back on the ball, and so a very good opportunity. But the desire of Senesi is to stay in Premier League, and so this is why Italian clubs, Spanish clubs at the moment have nothing advanced with Senesi. The club in advanced negotiations with Marcos Senesi is Tottenham Hotspur. The conversation is very advanced, but nothing will be signed until Tottenham know if they will be in Championship or in Premier League. And so that's the status, but these two deals could be, here we go, in case Tottenham stay in Premier League. Then guys, talking again about Premier League clubs, I keep telling you, because this is one of the most asked questions in the recent months, that there is going to be a battle for Elliot Anderson, the midfielder from Nottingham Forest. I told you that nothing will be decided in a couple of days, because all the clubs want to respect Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are involved in a relegation battle. Nottingham Forest are also involved in the opportunity to make something historical in Europe, and so obviously now to go and agree a deal for one of their crucial players like Elliot Anderson in the upcoming days is something not realistic. It's going to take some time, some weeks, maybe months, but probably weeks before we know the situation. Manchester City already started very advanced conversations with his camp, so Man City are pushing to sign Elliot Anderson, again with very good talks with the player side, but still nothing done, still nothing completed, also because club to club with Nottingham Forest the situation is still not even close, because the negotiations will start later on. Nottingham Forest want to ask a record, a really important fee for a midfielder. So I think it's going to be a big financial battle also to understand who is going to make Nottingham Forest happy for Elliot Anderson. For sure, Manchester City already started talking with the agents of the player, but Manchester United remain in conversations for Elliot Anderson. Manchester United are not giving up. They know that Manchester City started their plan to sign the player already a long time ago, but until the deal is done, Man United want to be there, Man United want to try, and Man United believe that having the opportunity eventually to offer Champions League football to the player, well, that could be important in order to try get closer to Manchester City in this race. But then what can make the difference is the negotiation with Nottingham Forest, is who's going to pay what Nottingham Forest want. So Elliot Anderson for sure is a big name to follow. And then guys, keep an eye also on another player, and that name is Ederson, the Brazilian midfielder from Atalanta. Because what's happening with Ederson is that Atletico Madrid have an agreement with the player on personal terms, already since February, March. But at the moment, Atletico Madrid are not willing to pay what Atalanta want for Ederson. Atalanta start from 45 million euros, maybe could be negotiated around 40, something around that, but negotiating with Atalanta is never easy for any club. And so now, from what I understand, Premier League clubs are also calling for Ederson. So, if Atalanta and Atletico Madrid are not able to close this deal for the Brazilian midfielder, keep an eye on the situation also with Premier League clubs, because you remember that Man United were tracking him already when Ruben Amorim was the coach. He's always been appreciated by people at the club. Let's see if Man United decide to return on this one. But Ederson could be attractive because he's out of contract in 2027. Could be a very good opportunity. He's not on a crazy salary, so the salary could be a factor. Financially, you can get a very good player on a normal price in terms of full package. Salary, commission, and then obviously the transfer fee. But Atalanta insists on 45 million euros. So, Premier League clubs also calling and attentive to the situation for Ederson after Atletico Madrid have an agreement with the player, but not yet with Atalanta. And then, guys, I wanted to explain to you one final thing. Many questions in these hours about Barcelona winger situation, because someone is asking about the reports coming from Brazil about Eduardo Conceicao. This very talented wonder kid from Palmeiras, considered a really, really huge talent. My understanding, guys, is that Barcelona at the moment are not in advanced talks for Eduardo Conceicao. Barcelona have been monitoring and tracking the player, for sure, but the same several other clubs around Europe, also from Premier League. So there are several clubs following the situation, still nothing decided with Barcelona. And this Eduardo Conceicao situation from Palmeiras is not linked to what's going to happen with Marcus Rashford. So Rashford and Conceicao are not in the same conversation. Rashford for Barcelona, as I told you in a video, and now I see it everywhere, as I told you, the situation quite clear is that Barcelona want to renegotiate terms with Manchester United. At the moment, the request is to go for a different structure, while Manchester United insists on getting the full 30 million euros for Marcus Rashford. At the moment, it's still no green light, because United don't want to negotiate. United say 30 million euros or the player is back here and we decide what to do. Sell him, keep him, we will see. But at the moment, Manchester United want their full money, 30 million euros by option. Barcelona, as of today, have an agreement with the player, but not yet with Man United. So that story is completely open, but is not linked, according to my information, with the situation of the wonder kid, the Brazilian talent, Eduardo Conceicao. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories. Rashford, yes or no for Barcelona, for Man United, and then Andy Robertson and also Marco Senesi. What's your feeling about that? And then Ederson, Premier League, Atletico Madrid. How do you see this player? Elliot Anderson, Man United, Man City. What a battle. Your opinion, guys. Hit in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.